Could you give me a heads up what it's about?
Thank you, Detective. We'll see you then.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most riveting shows distributed by Amazon's video streaming platform. That's excluding shows that were picked up from another distributor, whether they debuted on a different platform or were produced by Prime Video in later seasons. If you don't have a Prime or Prime Video subscription, now's the time to click the link below for a free 30-day trial for qualifying customers. Prime Video offers a great selection of content for the whole family to enjoy, including Amazon Originals, popular movies, hit TV shows, live sports, all available with your Prime Video membership. Epic entertainment. Click the link to stream now. Number 10. Reacher. The height of both brawn and brain, Lee Child's Jack Reacher is unlike any figure in action literature. The iconic but miscast Tom Cruise introduced the military police major turned private investigator to the big screen. But everything is bigger and better on Amazon's Reacher.
If you boys knew what's about to happen to you, you'd leave now. So I'll give you to the count of 3. 1.
Alan Ritchson embodies the hulking hero with both towering and snappy wit. As he drifts into a series of high-stakes conspiracies, the elaborate procedural is matched by extravagant and gritty action. No less important is the ensemble of memorable supporting characters who evolve the plot alongside Reacher himself. This airtight storytelling has everything to keep audiences hooked. Thus, Reacher is one of the most popular shows on Amazon, and one of the most talked about action thrillers in streaming.
You killed the wrong guy's friends, asshole.
Number 9. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. One of the fantasy genre's defining titles, and its equally celebrated film adaptations merely scratch the surface of J.R.R. Tolkien's epic. The prequel series, The Rings of Power, extensively draws on his book's lore and original material to chronicle Middle-earth's Second Age. It also boasts the biggest budget in television history. The result is a sweeping, whimsical adventure to outdo any tentpole movie. Underscoring that, of course, is world-building and morally ambiguous politics to give Game of Thrones some serious competition.
Galadriel, surely you, of all elves, must understand that to find the light, we must first touch the darkness.
It's hard to imagine The Lord of the Rings as a dark, ensemble-driven slow burner after Peter Jackson's blockbusters, but The Rings of Power ultimately stands on its own as a dramatically sound and technically fantastic feat.
Go back to your hill and be buried!
Number 8. The Legend of Vox Makina. Matthew Mercer's Dungeons & Dragons campaign is so compelling that Critical One built a franchise on voice actors playing the game on camera. Never mind a fanbase strong enough to fund an animated series via Kickstarter.
You need to get punched in the face now and then to know you're alive.
Right, I'll find us some horses.
Oh, actually, I might be able to get us home a little quicker.
The Legend of Vox Makina is the quintessential saga of misfit mercenaries becoming unlikely heroes when the realm of Exandria is threatened. What sets this adventure apart, besides the surprising edginess, is the quality of its humor, emotion, and animation.
Or we could celebrate killing our 3rd dragon! Don't you want it? I know you need it! Kick back and join me at the Chateau Short Hall!
The journey has grown incredibly rich over time. Still, Critical Role Productions is dedicated to realizing fans' vision with the same talented voice cast they fell in love with. With The Legend of Vox Makina winning many more fans, Amazon has scored a hit.
Ask yourself, who else knew of your ties to this place? Who would be bold enough to inform a dragon? Who had motive to destroy the Derolos?
No more stalling. Time's up.
Number 7. Bosch. It took 22 years and more than a dozen books for Michael Connelly's most iconic character to hit the screen. The brooding, jazz-loving Hollywood detective Harry Bosch sounds like your typical TV cop. In fact, one of Amazon's first shows established the platform's knack for pushing genres.
That's Marx's crew.
How they know about this?
Same way we did. Call back up.
Developed by Eric Overmyer of The Wire, Bosch is distinguished by impeccable dialogue and thorough police procedurals. Such sprawling storytelling still leaves plenty of room for hair-raising action. All the while, veteran character actor Titus Welliver effortlessly carries the layered lead across 7 seasons. This continues on Freevee's sequel series Bosch Legacy. With more spin-offs in the works, one of Prime Video's flagship brands has become its most enduring.
Maddie! Maddie! I'm here! Can you hear me? Maddie!
Number 6. Invincible. For all the dramatic retooling of superheroes lately, it's rare in animation. An acclaimed noir like Batman Caped Crusader couldn't have happened without Amazon's earlier success with a heavy supertune. Developed by Robert Kirkman from his own comics, Invincible follows the teenage son of a gallant alien as he comes into his own as a hero. This burden is complicated by his father's plot to conquer Earth.
Soon our empire encompassed thousands of planets. But as our territory grew, our forces were stretched thin and our expansion stopped.
There are many superpowered adventures from there, with the usual lively humor in action. That just makes the brutal violence, elaborate storytelling, and morally ambiguous characters even more impactful.
Are you sure you're Nolan's son? I'm not an insect like these creatures.
Invincible pulls no punches with ultimate power. And with stunning and self-aware entertainment, backed by an all-star voice cast, it is a genuine gem of the superhero age.
So be it.
Number 5. Fallout. At a time when television is doing video game adaptations right, Fallout stands out. The spectacular production is true to Bethesda Softworks' iconic aesthetic and lore built around the aftermath of nuclear Armageddon.
Ah, you get How does that golden rule drive what's going through your head right now?
It also nails the bleak satire of the broken systems that humanity can't part with even at this point. At the same time, the many liberties and original storylines are nuanced enough to fit into this world. You don't have to be a gamer to get swept up in the epic drama, much less the gruesome action-adventure. Amazon's Fallout was a blockbuster project that more than paid off. Besides the critical acclaim and record viewership, it is considered a game-changer for video game adaptations.
There was only one problem with it. There was a flaw in the welding, just below the chest plate. I wonder if they fix that in this new model.
Number 4. Undone. Prime Video's first adult animated series follows a young woman who gains the ability to navigate time after a car accident. This allows her to undo her father's death, while exploring other anxieties and family secrets.
With your ability to see what's really real, we can change what happened. But I need you to say yes. I need you to agree.
Undone deals with some profoundly human concepts within the frame of an experimental animated fantasy. And yet it feels organic for the rotoscope style that balances gorgeous imagery with the cast's emotional expression.
We need to carefully develop your potential.
Or I'll be put out on the street? I don't know, Dad.
Okay. Again.
Dutch artist Hisko Hulsing directs the whole series with respect to its sharp humor and thoughtfully developed drama. Unfortunately, it was hard to market the series' avant-garde nature across 2 tightly plotted seasons. Nonetheless, Undone has earned a devoted following as one of its platform's finest works of art.
Don't you see?
I'm not worth saving.
No. Dad.
No, I'm not the good guy I thought I was, who I convinced you I was.
No. I'm not giving up on you. We're going back and we're trying again.
Number 3. The Underground Railroad. Barry Jenkins is capable of expressing terrible hardship with great beauty. both reached sweeping heights in his adaptation of Colson Whitehead's Pulitzer Prize winner The Underground Railroad. The miniseries portrays the network to liberate slaves from the American South as an actual train. This bold magic realism is wisely and tastefully handled to emote history in Jenkins's poetic style.
Got to be 16 to transport human freight. You'll have to wait for them to send one of the other trains.
No, I don't care how old you is. I'm getting on this damn train.
All right.
At the heart of this artistry and an immense story is a realistic depiction of the horrors of bondage and the triumph of freedom. The deeply human saga was showered with accolades, winning the Golden Globe for Best Miniseries. It even entered the Criterion Collection in 2024. The Underground Railroad may be difficult viewing, but it is a must-watch masterpiece.
Damn it! When I say I want it done which way, that's the way I want it done. You two fighting would make that machine get bogged? You two fighting would make that machine get bogged? I'm gonna have you kicked back to what hell you came from.
Number 2, The Boys. If you think superhero fatigue is a serious issue in real life, based on the diabolical comic series, The Boys is named for a vigilante group that targets the superhuman celebrities behind a corrupt status quo. It is a pitch-black satire of everything from the superhero genre to American pop culture and politics.
Gentlemen, 7 is a circle of trust. What we're gonna tell you is extremely sensitive. Got it?
Oh, Captain, my captain.
The stellar production values and ridiculously gory action still deliver as much as any blockbuster. So too does the uncompromising, brilliantly acted character drama.
Stay back!
Let's go!
The Boys improbably injects intelligent prestige into twistedly funny spectacle. The award-winning show has inspired its own hit franchise, complete with spin-offs like the acclaimed Gen V. That doesn't mean the long-running thriller has lost any of its power over superhero fans and more subversive consumers alike. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. John Krasinski perfects a literary icon in this complex political thriller. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. A marriage between spies finds a darkly funny and dramatic new spark.
They're probably diplomats, and there's an ingredient in the cake that they can't get in the States.
Yeah, but then why do...
Sneaky Pete. An imposter navigates the criminal world and family dysfunction in this dynamic cult classic.
Where are the pints? Hey, man, don't change the subject. When you were under the hood, you said something about worried about some guy named Vince. What kind of trouble you in, man?
Swarm. Pop music empowerment goes too far in this stylish and bitingly satirical tragedy. The Man in the High Castle. Philip K. Dick's harrowing alternate history is expanded into an audacious political epic.
Because I report directly to Obergruppenführer Smith in New York. Why don't you give him a call?
I'll do that. Once I'm through talking to the girl. You stay out of my way or I'll kill you.
Number 1. The Marvelous Mrs Masel. The title says it all. Dramatic actor Rachel Brosnahan steps into the spotlight as a 1950s divorcee who pursues a career in stand-up comedy.
Try to put on a brave face and we'd walk past a hot dog cart and he'd fall to pieces, cradling the mustard container in his arms, repeating the 1955 World Series lineup over and over again.
Crackling with Amy Sherman Palladino's elaborate writing style, The Marvelous Mrs Masel isn't just hysterical onstage and off. It also enriches a turbulent underdog story with astonishing period detail and world building. The gorgeously designed, ambitiously directed production is no less stunning.
You can't have it all.
tout avoir.
You can't run the world and have all the pretty underwear,
diriger le
too.
monde et avoir aussi de la belle lingerie.
The show has dazzling delivery, but the storytelling is really what pulls you in. Brosnahan and Alex Borstein never miss a beat as the headliners of a colorful, deeply layered ensemble. Mrs. Masel pushes all the boundaries as a comedy, drama, period piece, and feminist expression. It is undoubtedly prime entertainment, and just might be Prime Video's showstopper.
You put down comedy in what I do? You don't even know what goes on out there. This guy is the real deal, but you just scoff and pretend that he's nothing. That is ignorant.
What are your favorite shows on Amazon Prime Video? Share the hype in the comments.
If you leave without hurting her or anyone else, I'll meet you above us in the sky.
Be quick.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.